Yeah, there is tons of stuff happening on the show today. We were alluding to the fact that Jarrod Goldsmith is here, and he runs this event called eSAX, which is the Entrepreneurial
Social Advantage Experience.
Okay, and make sure you spell it eSAX, because if you spell it a different way and you hashtag it, whoa, you're in for a surprise. You know what I'm talking about? But he's got this event that you and I are a part of. We're obviously going to talk more about that coming up, but I'm so proud to have him on the show because eSAX has been going for about 3 years now, and I'm lucky to say that I'm, I guess, the voice or the host of eSAX, and it's happening at the Horticultural Building on the 6th, which is next week, and it blows my mind because that means next week we're into July, which is crazy how fast time goes, right?
I know.
Who's coming up, Danielle?
Coming up next, we have Jarrod from eSAX, so stay tuned. It's going to be great. I'm sorry, I get distracted. Welcome back. It's daytime. We're here. We're live.
It is. We're here.
And we're here now with the amazing Mr. Fedora himself, Jarrod Goldsmith from eSAX Networking.
Mr. Fedora. All right, so one more time, eSAX, the entrepreneurial or entrepreneur?
Social Advantage Experience.
Simple as that, okay. I don't know why I want to throw in the preneurial.
Well,
especially since I've been hosting this for like 3 years, right? I think I would know by now. So you created this, I guess we are going on 3-4 years?
Yeah, it's going on about 4 years now.
Yeah, okay.
And the whole thing started for me to originally get gigs for my band Sax Appeal. Because it's such a unique type of ensemble made up of only saxophone players, I needed to go out and hustle to get gigs. So I started going to a lot of events around town, entrepreneurial events, wedding industry, cocktail receptions, whatever events, and I realized that there was a need for entrepreneurs, small business owners, and startups to go network so that they could get gigs of their own. And I ended up getting involved with the Chambers of Commerce, and you're a big support, and then Danielle, and it's really a who's who of the entrepreneur business community to bring together a celebration of entrepreneurship.
See, there it is.
Absolutely.
Entrepreneurial.
We're getting very confused on the word. I think my favorite part of your story is the growth. So can you tell us a little bit about the growth since you started?
Well, when I first started the events, I used to have them at Maxwell's on Elgin Street, and I'd have 30 people. And then 3 months later, I'd have maybe 35 people. 3 months later, maybe 40 people. And slowly, and then October 2013 was the first time you were emceeing the event. I had 280 people.
Yeah.
And I realized that there's a potential for growth here. And then ever since then, we've been growing and growing. We're at Funhaven for about 1.5 to 2 years, and now we're at Lansdowne Park at the Horticulture Building.
Yeah, which is exceptional. And the people that you have involved, I can honestly say that I've met some of my best friends there, right? So when people buy a ticket to eSAX, I mean, you're not only networking just for business purposes, but you meet amazing people that stick with you.
Oh yeah, there's always a limo provided by East Coast Limos, picks people up, and you get a swag bag, and you get a drink ticket because I have a drink sponsor courtesy of Elite Accounting, and it's a trade show. It's a celebration of entrepreneurship, and the mayor usually comes out, city councilors, and it brings together all of the chambers of commerce in Ottawa, which is quite a unique event. My group Sax Appeal performs, and it's like a trade show. You see all the booths there, and people mingle and they network, but it's a more of a relationship type of building event. It's not just a regular event where you go throw business cards at somebody and expect to get a gig.
Absolutely.
It takes time to develop the social aspect of, oh, there you guys are.
There we are. But in terms of relationship building, do you have tips for people? Because this might be their first networking event. So how do you go to a networking event with the idea of building relationships?
Yeah, there's ways to prepare for networking events. If you're shy or intimidated, see who's attending the event and see if you have a chance to connect with them ahead of time. Speak to the organizer. Tell the organizer, it's my first time at a networking event, I don't really know what to do. And more often than not, they'd be very happy to help you connect with some people, to give you some tips. Actually, I encourage people to check out my YouTube video called Ask the Fedora.
Ask the Fedora.
And every week I post a new video on a different subject of networking, anywhere from I'm shy to I don't have business cards yet, or how do I network? So, pardon me?
Yeah, no. I mean, when you go to these events too, and you know it's serious. It's not just some random people just standing around. Everybody there, number one, has paid a ticket to get in for a purpose, and they want to meet, they want to network, they want to either help their fellow entrepreneur or themselves, right? So when you go to this event, it's serious. It's serious. It's fun, but it's serious stuff. Like, it's worth the price of admission.
I mean, any of the entrepreneurs, people starting out a business, they know or they're told they have to go network so that they will have work. Anywhere from having a restaurant to starting up a clown or magician company, you need to go out and tell people what you're doing. But it's a way to do so, and that doesn't come across as a sales pitch.
Yeah.
So some of the tips that I like to tell people is when you meet somebody for the first time, don't just give a business card and talk about how great you are for 5 minutes. Ask questions. Especially if you've never been to a networking event before, people are intimidated.
Yeah.
And if you go up to somebody and say, oh, I've never been to a networking event, I don't know anybody here, people will take that as a cue and help guide you. And, oh, here, what type of people would you like to meet? Have you been to this event before? Do you know the organizer? Have you ever worn a fedora? Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And people are very friendly. They want to help each other out.
And I find that especially at eSAX, people are super friendly. It's a very fun atmosphere. But maybe you could talk about the range, because I've always been impressed with the range of businesses that are there. Because you're mentioning clowns, and there are people who do birthday parties that go to eSAX.
So anybody who has a product or service to sell, anywhere from music to MC work to you name it, people have a business idea, they're entrepreneurs, they need to tell people. And the market for eSAX are startups, students, and small business. But most businesses out there are small business. And to network, and you hit it on the spot, Danielle, the S stands for social. It's a long acronym, but so it's a way to, it's a community organization to help other entrepreneurs realize the value of networking.
Okay. Awesome. Now, you have the big event coming up. It's July 6th.
Yeah, that's right. So the next one's July 6th, and because they're every 3 months, there's a big build-up. And we're expecting about 400 to 500 entrepreneurs at this one.
Wow.
And it's featuring Startup Canada, the Innovation Center at Bayview Yards. Have you guys heard about that
Not yet.
group yet? You will, because Invest Ottawa is the main tenant of this new entrepreneurial hub.
Okay.
They're moving locations. It's going to change the face of entrepreneurship in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
More on the par like the Mars community in Toronto or Silicon Valley. It's going to put Ottawa on the map for entrepreneurship. So their managing director, Richard Quigley, is speaking at this event.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be a big event. I'm really excited.
Horticultural building.
Yes.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, and their
Wednesday the
tickets are
6th.
still available at esax.eventbrite.ca until July 1st at noon.
Yes.
But tickets are available at the door.
And of course, we know the one place we can always contact you and eSAX is Twitter.
What's that? We all need to use social media, because if you can't meet somebody face to face in networking, the next best thing is social media.
Okay.
So become familiar with it. If you're not comfortable with social media, find somebody who is. Barter with them, trade with them. Get familiar with the many different aspects of networking.
That's awesome.
Wonderful.
All right, Jarrod Goldsmith, the next eSAX is happening July 6th, and I'm proud to be your host once again this year.
Yeah, happy to have you back, Dylan.
This event, and it's just a lot of fun. I try to get not too inappropriate when I'm up there, but sometimes that's worth the price of admission as
He's
well.
got to wear his daytime hat.
Yes, put it through the filter.
And we're really pleased to be raising funds for the Max Keeping Foundation from CHIO.
Yes.
At this
Wonderful.
event.
Thank you very much for that as
Wonderful.
well. Jarrod Goldsmith, eSAX. It's going to be a lot of fun as always. Get your tickets online. Just check this out. I can't say enough good things about eSAX happening July 6th. Coming up, we are going to be salsa-ing, perhaps, or we'll leave it to the professionals. We'll see what happens. Salsa at City Hall is a thing that's going to be taking place very soon. We've got details next on Daytime.